What you think about when you're born into a fire? Let them burn it out. Sell them to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away, fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. Listen up now, because we're never dropping out. Beat the odds, beat the big house. Our brains are bigger than the doubt. We've been thinking for ourselves, never let the truth fade away. This is bigger than ourselves, we won't let the world burn away, burn away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To blame, haters face the world's mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. And we feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To blame, haters face the world's mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Concord, North Carolina for here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway with a Bonfire Racing League. Race 5 of season number 4 here. 120 laps at Charlotte with a Bonfire Racing League on Freeky Fast Broadcasting. Lee Tidwell along with Oz himself, Robert A. Moya, bringing you all the action today. We are underway with qualifying as we speak, and Christopher Smorrell on the pole so far, a 29.620, but it's going to be interesting to see how these times shake out as we've got about 2 seconds between our pole setter and last in qualifying at the moment in the 18th spot, Robert Smith with a 31.753. With the updates and everything to Charlotte, multi-groove racing is a thing, but I do expect to see these guys kind of single file out after a few laps and get a little bit of just driving and Sunday morning drive with the Bonfire Racing League. Let's bring him on board, Oz himself, Robert A. Moya Jr. Robert, how you doing this Sunday morning, sir?
I am doing great. Welcome everybody here to, like Lee said, Bonfire Racing League here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Man, it is going to be a fun race to watch. Like you said, with this new update that they had, it's a lot of used to be low line racing. Now I'm being told it's the high line. So we'll have to see how all these guys navigate here tonight or this morning or wherever you are in the world. Thank you for joining us here as I'm getting my coffee. It's nice and hot. I don't know what everybody else is doing, but all right, Lee. Well, qualifying is wrapping up here with these guys, and it's going to be see who's going to sit on the pole here.
It's still got about another 4 minutes and a half on qualifying. Christopher Smorrell still sitting on top with that 29.620. Jensick in second with a 29.711. Matthew Clark third, 29.725. Pfeiffer will be in fourth with a 29.738. Bullock, Deputy Director Kevin Bullock, in fifth position at the moment with a 29.826. Still some cars out on the track, including the 971 of Nathan Mauer. I will get that right one day, I promise. Mauer out on the track as we speak, putting down his first lap of qualifying through the tri-oval across the line, and Mauer will put down a 29.870. Good enough now for 8th place, taking his second lap around as we speak. Qualifying with 120 laps here at Charlotte, important, but not quite as important as it could be. Starting from the back of the field, not necessarily a bad thing here at this track.
No, it's not, because this is a high-paced, fast-track racing here. So as long as you stay where you need to be, stay in the draft, as we see what he brings it up to. Wow, P2, 29.65 for Mauer. I'll get it right too, Lee.
Mauer up to second position behind Smorrell out on the track. Now the number 2 of Brandon Shelton. Shelton, squarely hits the wall coming out through the tri-oval.
That's something you don't want to do. Count. Well, that's true. Yeah, that will not count.
Yeah, coming out of 4. 2 is a little treacherous at this track, but really coming out of 4, if you're not watching yourself, you will get loose. You will tap that outside wall, and it gathers you back in. But then it's qualifying laps. Any incident that disqualifies the lap. So coming out of 4 this time, close to that wall, but not touching it. Shelton will lay down a lap of 30.906. That's good enough for 22nd position at the moment.
Ouch. And he's got a little bit more speed in that car. It's just, unfortunately, that first lap was not counted, like you said. And the second lap is not your money lap from what it looks like. It looks like your first lap is your money lap, as it looks like everybody's done qualifying now here, as we're going to have that number 5 there of Chris sitting on the pole with Nate there in second. Doug's going to be starting there in third, it looks like, with Justin's going to be in fourth position. And then we got Sean Jensen. Man, I'll get his name right too, man. See, I don't call races, guys. I don't pay attention to names. I pay attention to other things. But he's going to be starting 5th here, so that's going to be your top 5, as it looks like here this morning here, Lee.
Yep, got about another minute and a half left in qualifying, unless they skip forward in the session. Nick Mills and John Hopley did not turn a qualifying lap, the 46 of Mills and the 59 of Hopley. So unsure if they're going to put times down or just start there from the back. But we have to wait about another minute and a half to get you that official starting grid. We'd like to remind you of the fine sponsors that bring you the Bonfire Racing League here on Freaky Fast Broadcasting, and they are Simboxpc, operating since 2019. At Simbox, you can choose a pre-made box or a custom-made button box. If you have a design, you can just send them over a drawing, and they can turn it into reality. From standard boxes with push buttons and brake bias knobs to custom-made boxes with up to 32 functions. Always free shipping in the lower 48 and includes a 10-foot USB cable. More information, send them a message and check them out. Simboxpc on Facebook. That's facebook.com/SimboxPC. Also brought to you by the ButtKicker, the Gamer 2. Every game deserves a truly immersive experience. And the ButtKicker Gamer 2 lets you feel every detail, from subtle footsteps to the rumble of a V10-powered race car. From ambient environmental effects to the power of a nearby explosion. By moving to physical mass instead of only air like traditional speakers, the Gamer 2 provides an instant, accurate, powerful bass response, and it's all perfectly in sync with every game, with no additional software required. Check out the Gamer 2 at thebuttkicker.com. Use promo code FreakyFast20. That's Freaky with 2 E's, FreakyFast20. For 20% off your order of the Gamer 2 or anything there on the ButtKicker.com. We are 4 seconds away from 120 laps here at Charlotte with a Bonfire Racing League. Christopher Smorrell will be your pole setter with that quick time of a 29.620 as we get set to bring up that qualifying grid for you. As I said, Smorl will take the top spot in that number 5, 29,620. In second will be the 917 of Nathan Maurer. In third, Doug Neal in that number 77 machine. In fourth, Justin Gunn in the number 30. The number 31 of Sean Jensick will be in fifth. In sixth, Matthew Clark in that number 97. The 85 of Jeff Pfeiffer will be in seventh. Travis White in that number 19 will be in eighth position. Starting in ninth, Deputy Director Kevin Bullock in that number 62. In 10th will be the 66 of Robert Riley. In 11th, the 24 of Sean Derryman. In 12th, the number 9 of Funky Cold David Medina. In 13th position, the number 8 of Ryan Twynham. In 14th will be the 91 of Brandon Meyer. Evan Bushbasher, love his name, and the 971 will be in 15th position. In 16th, the 63 of Marshall Scully. The 35 of Jared Olson will be in 17th, and 18th to Dennis Puckett in the number 12. In 19th, the number 14 of Caleb King. In 20th will be Gary Wright in the number 5 machine. Number 947, oh my goodness, I can't see his name.
John.
Darcy, that's it, John Darcy. We'll start in 21st position. It's early. Give me a break. 22nd, Brandon Shelton. 23rd, Thomas Fox. 24th, Robert Smith. 25th, Nick Mills. And 26th will be John Hopley. And that, my friends, is your starting lineup for 120 laps here at Charlotte Motor Speedway with the Bonfire Racing League. Hello on this wonderful, bright and sunny, depending on where you are, Sunday morning. Hope everyone is having a great day so far and enjoys the end of the weekend before we have to get started back with that work grind on tomorrow.
That is correct, as they are going to pull one out, get ready for their pace lap. Listen to them engines roar. 750 horsepower. I think they got the low down package here. I don't know.
Asking the wrong person, man.
All I know is that it sounded beautiful.
It's a beautiful sound. It's a beautiful sound.
That's
Smorl and
right.
Maurer in the front row. Neal and Gann in the second. Jensen and Clark in the third. Pfeiffer and White in the fourth. Bullock and Riley will be in the fifth row. Double file down the backstretch. That's just a pretty sight. Just watching these guys get ready to start 120 laps of mayhem at Charlotte Motor Speedway here with the Bonfire Racing League.
And it's like James said out there on Facebook, who loves some Bonfire Racing League, especially here at Freaky Fast Broadcasting, and early, bright morning, Sunday morning racing, getting ready for the real life racing today at Talladega. But right now we're at Charlotte, and we're going to get ready to go green flag racing with Bonfire Racing League as Chris sends them down. Green flag. Barney, the flag man, waves that green flag, Lee, and off we go, gentlemen.
Smorl will bring him to the line. Maurer be on the high side as we go into one. We stay double file door to door. Smorl and Maurer in the front row. And then you've got a battle for third right now. Gann and Neal. Matthew Clark will settle into fifth position. Jensick will be back there. Jensick's falling back to seventh. Those front three still very close to each other. As we come out of four, Smorl will lead lap number 1. Maurer and Gann right behind him. Neal in fourth, Clark in fifth. Travis White will be in sixth. Jensick in seventh. Pfeiffer eighth. Bullock ninth. And Riley in 10th. Derryman will be the man outside looking in 11th position.
Getting all single file here, looks like, Lee, and that's the best way to do it. I think just get single file. Oh, we got Justin there in the 30. He's going to be looking up underneath last week's winner, Nate. He's going to try to take over the second position here right now as they are side by side going down into turn 1. Woo! What battle! And look at this, man. Those cars are a little swirly, wiggly, whatever you want to call it.
Yep, so Gann will make a move on Maurer, slide into second position. Smorl's going to pull out a small 0.2 of a second lead now over 1 and 2. The 77 of Doug Neal in fourth position will stay in line. Now they've got a run on Smorl coming out of 4. As Gann is real close to that wall. Maurer going to look down to the inside of Gann now. Kind of a little leapfrog lap after lap for second position. Nate Maurer and Justin Gann.
Listen, that's Lee. I think this is what we're going to see all race long. There's going to be certain drivers that are going to be fast for the first 5 to 7 laps here until these tires get all warmed up and get sticky onto the track, and then you're going to see some guys fall back. You're going to see some guys leaping forward. We do got a caution as it looks like Jeff, and number. I have to find him. In the 85, looks like he was involved here. So we'll go back here on the replay here, like Lee likes to say, the freaky fast carnage replay. See exactly what happened here to Jeff.
Looks like he taps that outside wall.
Yeah, he's very slow, and I wonder if he's okay. And he exit.
Yeah, tapped the outside wall coming into 4. Never really got it back under control, it looked like. And then came up into traffic there. So we are under caution on lap number 5 of 120 here at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
I wonder if he had a technical problem behind the wheel or something, or maybe something got disconnected. Or, it's bright early Sunday morning. Maybe a cat ran across your keyboard and said,
yeah, they ain't got to run across your keyboard. I was racing this week, and my cat tried to sit in my lap, and I've got my VR headset on. I can't do anything, and I'm just yelling for somebody in the house, come get the stupid cat. And yeah, because I just knew if I'd tried to just push him off, he would have clawed in, and then I got a VR headset on, freaking out, trying to drive a car at 176 miles an hour with a cat hanging onto my leg by his claws. So, yeah.
Instagram, you need to tell your daughter to take a picture of that. That would be so cool to see.
He's a jerk. I don't like that cat.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, he's the only animal, because we've got 3 cats, 3 dogs.
Right.
He's the only animal that was born with us. I mean, he was literally born under my daughter's bed.
Oh, okay.
All the other ones we either rescued or, picking up from someone who had puppies, and they're like, oh, I got to find a home for him, and if I don't, this or that, they're like, give me a dog. So yeah, 3 dogs, 3 cats.
Wow.
They've kind of taken over the house. My big red dog, Rosie, she's a black-mouthed cur, full-blooded, and she has taken over the chair right next to me right now, just sleeping away.
Oh, God love her. What's your other 2 dogs that you have then?
Yoda is a blue heeler German Shepherd mix type thing, and then Chewy's just a dog.
It's just okay. Well, back to the race. Just a dog. I don't even know where to go with that. So we'll go back here to the race as they're getting double file, getting ready to go back green. As we got Chris in the 5, we're going to lead us down here again on lap number 7. Getting ready to take lap number 8 here of 120 here with Bonfire Racing League. How's everybody doing out there? How's everybody's weekend? Make sure you hit us up on chat. Don't be afraid to talk. We do not bite.
Hard.
Okay, I didn't say that. Lee did. Anyways, as we are looking, we got Zach Hall joining us out there on. Hey, wait, you're up. Wait, he's up, dude. Good race last night, but he's up. Lee, Zach is up on chat on YouTube, and he said, "Good morning, boys." We're not boys. We're men. Anyways, great broadcasting last night with a hug kiss. And he says, yeah, it's 750 horsepower we have here tonight. Okay, I thought it was 750, the low downforce package there. So, all right. Well, thank you for joining, Zach. Just got to get him up here in the booth every morning. Huh? How about that, Lee?
There we go.
Yeah.
And Zach Hall finishing second with the NAISCC Cup Series opener at Daytona last night. Cat 5 taking the top 3 spots in that race. Join us next week, Saturday night, for the NAISCC Cup Series. But Sunday mornings is all about Bonfire Racing League, and here we go. Smorl will bring them down to the line, Gann to the high side once again. Double file going into 1 and 2. Gann looking to try to get something, because Smorl just pulled out a nice little lead there the first few laps. Gann still got the nose to the outside and will try to use that momentum. Now pulls it up door to door. We are even with Maurer in 3rd position, White in 4th, Doug Neal in 5th. driving it through 3 and 4. You can see Gann been able to use that high side groove a little bit more now that those tires have become a little warmer. And now has a nose lead over Christopher Smorrell, who's stuck on that low side. Through 1 and 2, Gann using the momentum will continue to lead by just a cat's whisker coming down the backstretch. And you can see the way those two different lines work, Robert.
Wow.
Going into the turn, that outside line's definitely got the momentum coming out. If you've got the room to drift up, the inside line will, but Gann is going to solidify and take the lead from Smorrell here on lap number 10 of 120.
Now we'll see what in that 5. Let's see if he decides to say, you know what? Let's try the high line and let's see if he can do what Gann did to him here, if he can get a run on him. But right now, that 30 car looks very, very strong out there this morning.
The 77 of Doug Neal in 5th position has Matthew Clark right behind him. Then the 21 of Sean Jensick in that Rusty's machine, a little Lightning McQueen action going on. That's going to be a battle for 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th position. And then with Twynham right behind them as well. So got some movers and shakers going on here, including the 63 of Marshall Scully. Scully in 13th position has the 671 of Evan Bushbasher behind him. Sounds like a star out of the 70s in some of those movies it's hard to get a hold of.
It's too early in the morning to think that. Anyways.
Bringing it down the stripe, lap 12 of 120. Gann will be your leader. Smorrell at 2nd, Maurer 3rd, White 4th, Doug Neal in 5th. Then Matthew Clark, Sean Jensick, Ryan Twynham, Bucky Cole, David Medina, and Robert Riley will round out your top 10. Looking now at the number 2 of Brandon Shelton. Shelton is riding in that 18th position, up 4 spots from his big starting position. Got John Darcy right behind him.
We'll come up here to Robert, up here battling up here with in the 10th, 11th, and 12th position here, as these guys are neck to neck. But looks like we're getting all single file here, Lee. So looks like it's all about, hit your spot, run your race, don't worry about anything, and just take it easy right now.
Looking at the 66 of Sir Robert Riley.
I love where he's from.
The distinguished gentleman from England.
I love it. I said it before, and I'll say it again. I love it.
Riley, as you said, running in that 11th position. Gann has got a line behind him of 3 cars, Smorrell, Maurer, and White, and they are starting to pull a bit of a lead now over Matthew Clark, who is riding in 5th position. Doug Neal and Jensick trying to get something going back behind him. So we got our front 7 pretty much in line. Twynham just a bit behind, about a half second behind this group. So we have kind of evened it out here on lap 15 of 120. I'm trying to jump forward in time. I did watch Hot Tub Time Machine last night, so time travel's been on my mind lately.
There you go. But you know what? Seeing this number 8, Ryan, he looks very stable now. Last week, that guy was struggling. If you go back and watch the broadcast, man, he was getting beat up last week.
Yeah, Twynham not having the week he was looking for last week, but right now running in 8th position early on into this race with David Medina behind him and Jared Olson as well.
Yeah, Olson looks like he's getting a pretty good run right now here on David right now. He's looking very strong. He pulls up. Whoa. Oh, we got David Funky Cole Medina there now going to get on the backside of Ryan there, Lee, as he's going to look going through the start-finish line, going down into turn 1. He's got the line. I don't know if he's going to be able to pull this pass. Well, that was an easy pass.
Yeah, Medina with a nice little maneuver there on Twynham. What a maneuver. Will move up a spot into 8th, put Twynham into 9th. Jared Olson will be in 10th. Robert Riley has slid back to 11th now. Olson kind of on some moves, though. Olson's up 7 spots from the start.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was watching him. He seems very stable. He's going to move up. It looks like now up 8 positions if he can pass it as we go.
Oh, another caution.
As
I
it
think the
looks,
46 might have been involved.
yeah, it looks like
Yeah.
Nick. Looks like Mills was
Mills.
involved. Yeah,
Yeah, he is facing the wrong way.
that's not good. Oh, we got Brandon. It looks like crashed too on my data.
So Hopley gets into the side of Nick Mills coming out of 4. And then, yeah, Brandon's going to tap Mills and be just a purveyor of that incident.
You can see here on the replay. Thank God Nick has Erie insurance because he's going to have to use it after hitting that wall. And then you can see, watch Brandon. Oh, yeah, nowhere to go. Unfortunately, he's going to head right into the wall. Oh, nowhere to go. Unfortunately, there for Brandon, as then he slides down on the inside there, Lee, and hits it pretty good, but unfortunately.
Yep, so that'll be caution number 2 here at Charlotte for the Bonfire Racing League. Gann will be your leader, and it looks like he's either trying to fake everybody out or he's going to come into the pits. He will come in, and it looks like the entire field is going to follow him. So on lap 19 of 120 on this bright and sunny Sunday morning, we have our first pit party of the Bonfire Racing League this week. Everybody coming on down pit road. Let's see how this will go. It looks like there might be a couple that stay out. Travis Fox is going to... What happened?
Oh, whoa.
Oh.
Justin was pulling in, and Nate ran right into the back of him right before the car turned into a ghost. Now, if anybody don't know what I mean by that, but once you hit pit road, there's a certain area where your car becomes a ghost, and you can literally drive right through the car going into your pit stall. Well, Nate just ran right into the back of the 30 and gave him some back-end damage there, Lee.
The 30 of Justin Gann looking strong, but as you said, now with a little bit of damage. Let's see if we can check that out.
Yeah, you can see it right on the, looks like the left rear. Looks like it's a little bit of damage. We'll see if we can get a close-up shot of that here. Once he pulls up here, as we'll have Scully coming up here in the 63 here. You can maybe see a little bit of damage. Or maybe not too bad, but he did run into the back of him. Oh, yeah, you can see the splitter right there in the center there, Lee, is a little crinkled.
Yeah, don't know how much that's going to affect the on-track performance of Justin Gann, but we will watch to find out how that Ford Mustang will perform here as we will pace it around Charlotte one more time after second caution of the day.
He lost a lot of positions on that pit stop. A lot.
He did. Bushbasher will stay out the lead a lap. We had one other that stayed out, but he came in this last time. I don't know. I can't remember who that was. Oh, that is the 2 of... no, Shelton was already in there. The 57 of Thomas Fox stayed out to lead a lap and then came down into pit road.
All right. Well, it looks like we only have 2 Evans and 671. Looks like he did not pit, and the 24 did not go in. So we have 2 vehicles that did not pit yet. Everybody else looks like they came in and just got a splash of fuel. Except for Clark, looks like he took 4 tires and some fuel. So we'll see where he's starting in the top 10. Matthew there in that Toyota 97. New tires. Let's see if the strategy works out good for him. Old tires and new tires. Oh boy, here we go.
So White and Bushbasher in row 1, Maurer and Dairyman row 2, Neal and Jensick row 3, Medina Twynham row 4, Clark and Olson will be in row number 5 as we get set to go back green. Pace car will come off. You see them approaching that restart line, and green flag will wave. And oh my gosh, what a jump.
Wow. I don't know if they're going to get black flag for that or not, or if the admins are going to be clearing black flags, because White just said, see you later, as the leader did not go at all.
Yeah, and there was a black flag that was thrown. They're asking if that can be cleared. It's going to move Bushbasher all the way back to 4th position up against the wall. Who was that? It was Mauer. Scraped that wall up on the high side. And we're going to race it through. White will be in 1st. Dairyman up to 2nd. Jensic 3rd. Clark 4th. Bushbasher will fall back to 5th position. Now the race is going to be between Jensic and Clark. Clark on the inside of Jensic, riding out of 2. They're going to be door to door.
Well, if you want to do any moves, this is when you want to do it. Fresh tires versus old tires. And look at this, Clark. I told you, there you go, Lee. Fresh tires. Look at the difference on the fresh and old tires. He's just flying right through the field. As his last lap, he ran a 30.4 to the leader's 31.1. Holy mackerel.
Yeah, and it looked like Dairyman might actually have been a little tight coming out of that corner, too. He is falling back to 4th position, with Bushbasher staying in 5th. Bringing it into 3 and 4.
Wow.
Mauer's going to go up underneath Bushbasher, go into 5th position. Now, Clark looking for the lead and will have it across the line and solidify it through the tri-oval. Matthew Clark in that 97, your new race leader on lap 25.
New tires. Look at him just pull away from the field. New tires against old tires. Holy mackerel. Now, I don't... Oh, no!
That's Jensic against the wall. And there's the caution. The 21 of Jensic.
Oh, he's gonna pull it right down into pit road, Lee. We do got the replay, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure exactly what happened there.
I'm trying to see as well. Did he just touch the wall, or?
Yeah, he just hit the wall, and unfortunately, once you hit it, it slingshot him right into the inside wall, as you see here on the replay, and just that was it.
So Jensic, a victim of his own doing, will now be on pit road and lose plenty of positions. Is that Freaky Fast Cartage replay brought to you by Robert Moyer. Matthew Clark will continue to lead this race. Well, not continue, but just took over the lead of this race right before that caution. Travis White will be in 2nd. Sean Dairyman in 3rd. Mauer 4th. Twynham 5th. Bushbasher is in 6th, but he will come in now. He is not pitted yet. So a little bit of shakeup here.
I want to say thank you to everybody out there on YouTube and Facebook tuning in here Sunday morning. It's good to see people up and ready for some racing. Let's see what kind of strategy here plays out, as we do got a couple people now hitting pit road, as the 24 that did not pit last time decides to come in. I think he's going to get 4 tires.
Yeah, it's Dairyman.
That's a good strategy. Get in there. Now the problem is he's going to be back in the field. He's going to have to figure out how he wants to navigate up through the field. New tires versus old tires. It's insane. It's amazing how much faster you are.
It's when you just take a cue from Matthew Clark and be like, how did he do that?
Yeah. Drive smart.
But for some reason... There we go. My telemetry had to update. So
yeah, mine too.
The 97 of Clark will be in the lead. White, Mauer, Twynham, Neal, your top 5. Medina, Bullock, Olson, Smorrell, and Scully will round out your top 10. Third caution of the day here on lap 27 of 120. 94 laps to go. I'd like to thank everyone for joining us out there on the interwebs, be it Facebook or YouTube. We appreciate you spending a little bit of your Sunday morning here with us. And don't forget, much more racing on Freaky Fast Broadcasting throughout the week. Our Sunday Night League will get kicked off in May. Big announcement about that coming up soon. We had our NAISCC Cup Series season opener last night. We talked about Brian Johnson, newcomer to the league, coming away with a victory at Daytona. Then y'all have races on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. Y'all just got there's lots of races on Freaky Fast.
Oh, that's we're booked. We got a lot of stuff racing, so hopefully everybody out there enjoys the content that we do put out, as we are always looking to improve, Lee, and hopefully everybody enjoys the little things that we do here on the time that I have to do it. So
Time is a precious thing.
Yeah, it's tough.
Like sands through an hourglass.
Wait. Days of Our Lives.
We'll see if you pick up on that.
I had to think of the show. I don't watch them kind of soap operas or whatever you want to call them, drama queen movie shows, whatever. But my question here, Lee, is do you think last week's winner in that 9-17 of Nate, do you think he's going to be able to pull it off and get back-to-back wins here, or do we see a new winner?
You know, it's so hard to tell with these guys because they're so, I don't want to say even, but I mean, you've got so many names here that we call out week after week that have an opportunity to win a race, especially at an intermediate track like this, a 1.5 mile cookie cutter track. With the new dynamics and everything, it really opens up the racing. So it's going to be a very interesting thing to see on who will take advantage of that and utilize what is provided for them. I'm looking at the number 19 of Travis White in second position right now. Travis White is driving a Slayer car, and that is probably the most metal thing I've seen in a league we've called so far.
Yeah, very true, very true. We just need a Mountain Dew car out there is what we need.
Remember the race we had like 4 Mountain Dew cars?
Yeah, one too many. Not for Lee. Lee was happy for that, but me, I was like all confused because it was like two cars with the same paint.
We had so many Mountain Dew cars, and we had like 3 or 4 food cars, and we always get hungry during these things anyway, so that just didn't help any at all.
Well, that's true. I haven't had my breakfast yet, and I'm sure you're going to have your breakfast like everybody else is, so hopefully you grabbed your coffee, your breakfast, you're sitting back on your big screen TV watching the Bonfire Racing League, and here at Freaky Fast Broadcasting, as we're getting ready, the pace car ducks in, we're going to get ready to go back green as they're waiting, and green flag is out. Clark is going to lead us down to turn number 1.
Matthew Clark on the low side will be the leader. White on the high side. Now Mauer's going to look underneath White. Going into 1 and 2. He will take over second. White will be in third. Then you got Doug Neal and Twynham 4 and 5. Racing it out behind Twynham will be Medina with a nice run up to the back of Twynham. Then Olsen and Bullock will be double foul back behind. Race now for second. White, Mauer to the inside of White. Look at Clark taking off with a huge lead over the field right now.
And he's going to have these guys did not pit, so a lot of these guys right now are still actually on 31 laps on their tires, Lee, because a lot of these guys, like Nate and Travis and Doug, they all just came down and got fuel. So you got to remember this, everybody, that some of these drivers are on 31 to 32 lap tires compared to Clark, which you see him, he's gone. He's got a 2.5 lead already over the field on new tires.
The 35 of Jared Olson kind of caught to the high side, working the 62 of Deputy Director Kevin Bullock. Bullock is in 7th position, Olson in 8th. And that's the thing is, when you get that high line, usually you can work that momentum coming out, but if you can't get him out of the exit of a turn, you're pretty much stuck. And it looks like he's going to be able to maybe drop it down in front of Bullock here across the start-finish line, and does. So Olsen will take 7th position. Through 1 and 2, Clark continues with a monster lead on fresh tires. White, Mauer, Neal, and Twynham, will round out your top 5, and then right to the backside. That's where it's starting to get interesting, is back there around 6th, 7th, 8th with Bullock and everyone.
Yeah, I was watching these guys back here. These guys are all over each other, but racing very clean, trying to figure out what they want to do and how they want to work the traffic. That's basically what this all comes down to right now. So
Bullock right behind the 35 of Olsen. Sniffs to the inside, gets his nose in there. And let's see if the deputy director can retake that position. Back behind them, Meyer and Smorl will be door-to-door with Smorl to the inside. Bullock could not overtake Olsen as we go into 1 and 2. We settle it back down, single file.
Right now, this looks like the product of the racing that we're going to get right now here, Lee, is everybody's going to get single file. Some people are going to try to use the low line to pass, but like you said, it's just that high line is just so dominant right now that you really cannot do much on the low line. So,
whoa!
He saved
Not sure
it.
if he tapped the wall or got loose, but he definitely shot towards the inside. Nice save there, kind of stacks up the people behind him, Medina and Olsen. All the way back to Smorl.
Yeah, Medina almost ran him over going through the tri-oval, and that was a great save by the 8 there. So number 91 of Brandon, man, he's on a roll. Look at this guy. He's coming.
Yeah, Meyer up 4 spots, now into 10th. Trellin Smorl as we bring it across the line, lap 37 of 120. Smorl looking to down to the inside, touches that apron, comes up and almost kissy kissed.
Looks like our pole leader has some right side damage here, Lee. You can see he must have hit the wall or ran into somebody. That's going to affect his aerodynamics of this car right now.
Might have been why he pushed up there on Meyer.
Yeah, possibility. He does got damage. You can see it. So he's going to have to get that fixed little by little. Right along with David Medina here. And I've been paying attention to these guys, going through the tri-oval. They're really they're lifting. It's like I remember when I used to drive Charlotte. And I don't know if you feel it too. Is it loose going through the tri-oval? Like you really gotta throttle the car without not getting loose?
You feel it's like the car lightens up.
Yeah.
You lose downforce, and if you don't feather that throttle a little bit, you're going to push up into the outside wall or spin around. So, yeah, it definitely loses downforce there in the tri-oval.
That and old tires too. These guys, like I said, these guys are on lap 40 tires here. As you can see, Clark with new tire, man, he's got almost a 7-second lead over the field right now. Holy mackerel, he's gone.
Yeah, Matthew Clark just says bye-bye birdie and takes off. As Smorl is going to overtake the 35 of Olsen, move him back to 9th position. Meyer will be in 10th, and then behind him, the 99 of Hopley. Now, they're going to look down to the inside of the 35. Olsen, though, running that high line very hard. Woo! Careful. Little squiggly.
Well, an update on a driver here of the 21, and I said a cat running across the keyboard, but actually, he posted and said that his mom left the dog in the room, and she licked his arm and scared the beep out of him. Well, that explains why he all of a sudden hit the wall and went flying on the inside of the wall. Unfortunately, the dog said, "You're not racing today, sir."
So Clark with a 7-second lead over second place Travis White. Maurer will be in 3rd, Neal in 4th, Twynham in 5th position. Behind Twynham will be Medina, and this is where the racing begins. Bullock, Smorl, Olsen, and Hopley will round out your top 10. Looking now at the 99 of John Hopley, who is running in 10th position.
And you can see he's got right side damage too. It looks like a lot of the guys either scraped the wall, bumped into somebody. So from the looks of it, it looks like some of these drivers are struggling with a tight vehicle here, Lee.
Yeah, track temperature of 124 degrees, so that That could be an issue.
That's been interesting too. The 30 car, he hasn't moved, he hasn't done nothing since was up there really strong in the lead. He's all the way back here in 14th position, down 10 positions.
That's the 30 of Justin Gann.
Very interesting. I'm not sure if what's going on with Justin there. He had that little incident there on pit road, and he dropped back and hasn't lost anything, but he hasn't gained anything since that last pit stop.
He might just be riding. This is the point in the race. 76 laps to go. You're 45 in. You got at least one, if not two more pit stops left. Just get in line and cruise. And I think that's what Gann is doing. Is he's playing the money game right now. Looking to the inside of Scully going into 1 and 2. We'll take that spot.
I'm just wondering here with Clark getting so far out here, Lee. He's got a 8-second lead. When these other guys eventually do make their pit stop, they're going to have fresh tires. What strategy does he do? I mean, does he go in when everybody else goes in? He's going to be short a set of tires depending on how the cautions fall here this morning. Might backfire on him where he's going to be a sitting duck at the end of the race if them cautions fall the way some of these drivers maybe want them to fall.
Yeah, one thing you can depend on is you can't depend on when cautions are going to fall with any other racing that you look at. Gann now looking down to the inside of Meyer, trying to move himself up into 11th position. And now, he's talking about him not making moves. Now Gann slowly but surely working his way up now into 11th and looking at Hopley to overtake that 10th position and crack the top 10 once again.
Oh, in this run here, looking at the lap times, everybody, it looks like tires have equaled out. Our leader the last time by ran a 31.86 to Travis White of a 31.9. And Nate Mara, man, I'm just going to call him Nate because I always mess up his last name. It doesn't want to come out, but he ran a 31.97. So it looks like tires equaled out here, Lee. So right now, Clark's looking, he's looking pretty good actually right now, as we got an ooh, and we got an ah, and we got people getting side by side. It looks like, what's going on here with Doug? Yeah,
right. You got Twynham and then the 77 to Doug Mills on the high side. Smorl right behind them. Bullock is in that group as well.
Oh, Chris all over. There. Yeah, you see that?
Yeah.
He said, hello, I'm here.
So Twynham will be in 4th, Doug Neal in 5th, but now the 5 of Smorl looking to the inside to overtake Doug Neal. Right behind them, the 62 of Kevin Bullock. And then you've got the 35 of Olsen, and then David Funky Cole Medina will be in 9th position. But yeah, this is where it's starting to mix up a little bit, is right here around that 4th, 5th, 6th position. And really Doug Neal and Smorl door to door. Bullock looking to follow Smorl on the low side. Twynham sliding up a little bit now. Can Smorl get his nose up underneath there? Not quite. Twynham breaks, slides down and closes that door.
Wow. What racing we got going on back here, like you said here, for 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th position. These guys are just all over each other, and I'm impressed here right now watching Doug Neal. He's running that high line, and he's not losing. Well, he's losing a little bit, but he's holding his ground running up there.
Yeah, Bullock underneath him looking to overtake that 6th position. Now Smorl will get his nose to the inside of Twynham and have a heck of a run coming off of 2. Wow. Smorl will now overtake 4th position, and here comes Bullock right behind him. He's going to go low on Twynham. Twynham will go way high up next to the wall. Look for that momentum coming out of 4. Slams the door on Bullock.
Wow. Great give and take by these drivers, Lee. I gotta impress. Bravo's good racing by everybody. There's no over-aggressive driving. Everybody's giving and taking. And, man, that could have been calamity, man.
Definitely could. So now Smorl will be in 4th, Twynham 5th, Bullock 6th, Doug Neal 7th. Right behind him is Justin Gann, who is in 8th, moving up. Then Olson and Medina will round out your top 10. Bullock to the inside of Twynham going into 1. Man, what a move by Bullock. He just catapulted around Twynham and moves up into 5th position.
And it looks like Twynham's, unfortunately, it looks like in that 8th there, Budweiser machine, looks like his tires are just, oh no, oh my goodness, these guys are love tapping, hitting, you keep doing that, you're going to eventually wreck each other.
Gann to the inside of Doug Neal behind them. Gann looking to move up to 7th position and solidify that. But Neal still with some strong run on that high side.
That's what I was saying. Doug is just looking very impressive out there on the high side. He's holding his ground. He's losing a little bit like there. He just lost. Now we're going to have the 35 of Jared. He's going to try to look underneath. Nope. He's going to fall back in line here and maybe try to do it up here in turn number 1 as looks like Doug now maybe he's going to go to the low line. Nope. He's going to stay up there on that high line. He's liking that up
the
there.
30 of Justin Gann now sniffing up underneath Twynham. Comes real close to the back bumper as we come down the backstretch. Gann looking to move up another position, now up to 7th. Goes down to the inside of Twynham, going into 3 and through the apex. Got the momentum. Twynham on the high side, Gann on the low side. They'll be door-to-door exiting 4 through the tri-oval. Gann will have a half a car length lead when we cross the line and come into 1. Now back door-to-door. Twynham will pull up beside him and use that run. That high line seems to have an excellent run through 1 and 2, but it's 3 and 4 where they lose that a little bit. Woo, that was so close coming off the curve. Coming down the backstretch, Twynham to the high side, Gann underneath. We swing it down into 3, and Twynham has that high line working except the exit. Right there is where we see it happen. Gann now will slide in and overtake 6th position from Twynham.
Very good racing going on right there. You can see where you need to be. The high line is looking very dominant right now. And I don't know, man. It's just I feel it's just follow the leader. But that number 8, man, he is struggling right now.
Yeah, Twynham now back to 7th position. He is up 6 from his start. But we've seen a few overtakes here. Then also now the 77 of Neal looking at the backside of Twynham. You also got Olson on the 35. He's looking to work that high line on Doug Neal. David Funky Cole Medina riding in that 10th position, just kind of cruising around back there going, I'm going to see what you fellas are doing for the moment. Yeah, the 35, Olson makes the pass. Olson with a heck of a run off of 2. Now door-to-door with the Twynham. Neal trying to make 2 positions here. Not Neal, excuse me. Olson trying to make up 2 positions through the backstretch and does. Olson will move up to 7.
I don't know what to say. I'm trying to follow all the battling going on right now here, Lee, but we got cars all over each other back here. Got people in the back here. Evan, they're battling yet. Looks like the race just settled out here with Green Flag Racing. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to take a coffee break. Get a English muffin, like Leo would like to say. You want to go to McDonald's, Lee?
Not for an English muffin. I'll take one of their new crispy chicken biscuits, though.
Oh, you've been saying that for 3 weeks. Don't you eat anything else?
Man, I get on something. I'm a creature of habit, sir.
Okay. Well, I don't blame you. But, all right, well, we'll be right back. We're going to run a quick commercial here. Thank you to iRacing. Make sure you check out iRacing.com for all your sim racing needs of any kind of motorsport stuff that you like to do. iRacing, 9 out of 10 has it. But we'll be right back after this quick word.
Once again, we'd like to thank iRacing for this outstanding platform that not only do we get to enjoy racing on, but broadcasting and watching as well. We've been watching, and you have as well, in our side-by-side split screen, the battle for second position between Travis White in that 19 and Nate Maurer. Maurer gets into White. White with an excellent save there. Maurer will move into second. White now drops back to third, but we've been watching that for the entire commercial break.
Yeah, them guys were all over each other, and unfortunately, Maurer, now dang it, Nate is gonna got into Travis, and that's gonna hurt. As you see, now he's just pulling away now.
Yep, so Maurer to second. White will move back to third. The gap between 1 and 2 is a lot.
Yeah, and we got the 8. Now, missed pit road. He's in for make his pit stop, and he overshot his pit stop, and he's still. Oh, look at this, Lee. He just lost. Yeah, he lost yeah, he needs a yellow now. He's gonna go 2 laps down, maybe.
Man, so Twynham with a mental error will hurt himself as Matthew Clark brings it across the line. It'll now be lap 68 of 120, 53 laps to go. Clark has a 10-second lead over second place Nate Maurer. Travis White in third, Christopher Smorl in fourth, Justin Gann up to fifth, Bullock in sixth, Olsen seventh, Doug Neal eighth, Medina ninth, and Scully in 10th position. Twynham comes back up onto the track.
Yeah, and he's gonna be blown through the field. So now he's got to navigate back through, and we'll see how many laps did he wind up going down is going to be the question. As it looks like, yep, 2 laps down. I thought so. So unfortunately, that pit stop really hurt him. He's got to be banking on a yellow now, Lee. Unfortunately.
"69 laps to go." As we're watching Twynham now come up against Christopher Smorl. As you said, Twynham's just going to blow through these guys with new tires. And he's bobbing and weaving and trying to find his way through. And we've got other people coming in to pit road as we speak. Sir Robert Riley, I believe, is one of them.
Travis is coming in. Looks like pit stops are opening up here, Lee.
Yeah, so pit stops opening up with 51 laps to go, trying to get a final stop. They might be able to make it 51 laps. That's a lot.
Yeah, I don't see them. No, they might be able to make it. If they're running 100% fuel, I'm not sure if they're running 100% fuel or not. They should be able to go at least about 60 laps. Zach, if you're out there watching, what can they get on fuel mileage, sir?
You know, talking about fuel mileage and pit strategies, had an excellent one by David Duke last night with the NAISCC Cup Series for their first stage. Only car to stay out and not pit throughout the first stage, and able to make it, win the stage, and then literally run out of gas trying to get back to the pits.
Yeah, ain't that something? He made it 40 and a half laps at Daytona?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. That's saving some fuel.
Looking at the 9 of David Medina. Medina will be running in the 6th position as this entire field is spread far and wide. Matthew Clark, our leader, coming into pit road.
Yep, I was just ready to say that, Lee. This is interesting. See what he does. He's going to have to take 4 tires, of course. Fill that thing up with the Sunoco fuel, 2 cans, and here comes the rest of the pack. Everybody coming down pit road, so this is going to be interesting. New tires, and he had such a big lead. We'll have to see how this all plays out.
Bullock will move into first, has not pitted yet.
I know the last thing that Matt don't want to see is no yellow. You don't want to see that.
Yeah, because that would totally mess up. Ooh, smoke the tires going in. Careful. Slow it down. That is the 99 of Hopley. Now we're looking at the 14 of Caleb King. King has not pitted yet. Neither has Robert Smith. They're going to be running 1-2, Smith then King. Bullock in pit road now. Clark out of pit road. So Clark is going to come out in third and put himself in a decent little position here. Gann is still 6.8 seconds behind him in fourth. So Clark might have played that pretty good. He's coming up on Sir Robert Riley right now.
Yeah, as we'll wait as they go through and the scoring pylon updates, we're going to see what kind of gap he had. Like a 13-second lead before these pit stops. Let's see where he's at now. Oh, the 30's only 6 seconds behind. Oh, wow.
But there's lots of lap traffic between them too, so that's something that that Gann's going to have to contend with, as Clark has now made it through the traffic and got some smooth sailing in front of him.
Well, looking at this here, Justin here, going down pit road here, from start to finish, Clark had a 45.05 to Justin's 42.82 with a 14-second pit stop. Clark had a 15-second pit stop. There's where he lost all his ground. Everything that he tried to gain out there, he lost it on that pit stop. Oh, and we have smoke. I don't know where that smoke came from. Somebody's puffing something.
Doug Neal riding in 7th position has Scully in 8th right behind him, and then Olson in 9th.
Oh.
And they're all trying to catch up with the 9 of David Funky Cole Medina.
What happened to the leader?
Wait, Clark back in the pits?
Yeah. I want
Did he speed?
No, I don't know. He's sitting. Yeah, he had to, because if his crew didn't fill him up with fuel, he would have been long gone. He would have went in and got fuel and then back out with a mistake. But other than that, I don't know. He didn't get a speeding penalty now because he's sitting way too long for that.
So it's going to put Gann in the lead with Maurer in 2nd. And we will try to get a little clarification of what happened.
Yeah, unfortunately, man, dominating the race. It was his to lose, and now he's sitting in pit road.
Still sitting there?
Yeah, he's still sitting in pit road. That is a shame. Unfortunately, probably some circumstances happened in the homeland, maybe, or maybe he had to take a phone call. Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm leading the race. There's no phone call. Well, very few. They're going to be important enough for me to just park it.
He's still sitting, so his race is over. He's multiple laps down. He's 3 laps down now, and he's just, unfortunately now. Oh, now he's leaving pit road.
Yes, I'm not sure what happened with Matthew Clark. We will try to get some clarification, but Justin Gann will be your leader. Maurer will be in 2nd, Smorl in 3rd, Bullock 4th, Medina 5th. Then you got Neal in 6th, Scully 7th, Olson 8th, Twynham 9th, and Hopley up to 10th position. So Funky Cole David Medina in 6th position. And now looking at the 971 of Maurer. Maurer is 1.3 seconds behind Justin Gann. 39 laps to go here at Charlotte. And the lap times, the interval, 1.3 seconds. Maurer is actually running about 0.2 faster than Justin Gann on that last lap. So Maurer looking to chase down Gann. And Smorl going to be door-to-door with the 19 of Travis White as they come out of 4. White's running in the 14th position, Smorl in 3rd. And then it looks like they've got the 62 of Deputy Director Bullock with them as well. Bullock's running in 4th.
Well, looking at the lap times right now, that 971 is, he's all over. He's catching him. He's catching him fast. Yeah, he's going to get him.
And just ran up into lap traffic as well. He has got Robert Smith in front of him, Sir Robert Riley in front of him. But Gann makes the easy pass on the inside through 1 and 2. Now here comes Maurer. Phew. Like a rocket ship. And Maurer has now closed the gap to half a second.
That's what I was saying. His lap times are just so much faster right now, even working through traffic. It looks like he's got a shot at this.
A 7/10 interval and a 10th faster. So let's see how that will play out. Medina in the 9. My camera keeps wanting to go to him and Scully.
Oh, they're not. They're separated about a second apart right now. 1.8 actually, he's ahead of him right now. Not sure what's going on with him, but Funky Comedina's having a good run. Top 6 right now. Trying to work his way up to try to maybe get it into the top 5 as he's going to try to chase down Doug Neal. Doug Neal's just up in front of him right now.
Neal in that 77 machine.
Good run for Neal.
Mm-hmm.
From Simbox, sponsored machine.
Gap now half a second between Gann and Maurer. But it looks like that's kind of leveled out now. So I don't know if Maurer pushed those tires a little bit too hard trying to make up some of that time. But the time differential has now subsided and is staying about the same. Let's see what these lap times are going to run here. It didn't show me what Gann's last lap time was. It showed me Maurer's, but not Gann's. That's weird.
Yeah, I think iRacing's having server data issues. So we do apologize for that. That is something that's out of our hands, but you'll see it update and then stop, and then it'll update again. So it's not retrieving data from iRacing server. So if you don't receive the data, you can't see it.
So that one we can see 31.680 for Gann, a 31.606 for Maurer. Smorl running a 31.520, so Smorl really putting it on right now.
Hey, it's it's go time. These guys are gonna have to make one more pit stop though, Lee. They're gonna have to run this about probably around 60 laps and then make another pit stop. So some of these drivers try to undercut to try to gain some positions. Only time will tell here with 90 laps of 120 here with Bonfire Racing League. Do want to say thank you everybody out there for tuning in on Facebook and YouTube. Hopefully you're enjoying the content. Again, don't forget, hit us up on chat. We don't bite that hard, like Lee likes to say.
As Olsen is caught up with the back of Scully. And then Matthew Clark fell off because of whatever happened, back to 19th position.
Yeah, unfortunately, dominating. I mean, he was gone, unfortunately, and whatever happened. I would like to hear a word if somebody can hit us up on Discord or maybe over the radio chat. Let us know what happened there. I know Lee listens into the communication of the teams.
So looking at the 62 of Bullock, who is behind Christopher Smorl, that is going to be a race for third position. In front of them, Robert Riley and Caleb King. And what is King doing? King stayed down low. Riley got out of the way, but King kind of kept that line down low. Small had to kind of lift on that a little bit. So let's see what they do going into 3. King will keep it high, allow Smorl and Bullock to come on by. So our race for 3rd will continue with 28 laps to go. Lap 93 of 120.
Yeah, that's about the only race on the track, actually, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody else, it's so far spread out. We are trying to find some stuff to talk about, so hopefully everybody just stays tuned to the end of this race here, as we do got a battle going on back here, though, now. With the 35 and Scully, they're all over each other.
Yep, so Olsen has passed Scully. Will be in 7th position. They have Clark in front of them. Shelton behind. Let's see, where else do we got some stuff going on? Completely unsure.
Yeah, I'm just looking through the data right now.
Gans pulled the lead out to about a second over Mauer. And they have Twynham in between them.
It's the way the racing was last week, too. They got all single file and basically just rode around. Great racing, though, for the league. So if anybody out there is looking for a Sunday morning, get your racing fix in before the NASCAR, race comes on today here at Talladega in real life. Make sure you check them out at Bonfire Racing League's website. Sign up, come out, and see if you can do something with these fast drivers here.
25 laps to go here at Charlotte with the Bonfire Racing League. Looking now at the 35 of Jared Olsen, who is running in 7th position.
I'm hungry.
Me too, dude. I want a chicken biscuit. So bad.
I'm
so
sitting
bad.
there, my stomach's growling, and my stomach don't growl. I'd say let's get a funnel cake, but that's too early in the morning.
Oh, man. Funnel cake, that's an anytime snack. What you talking about?
Nah, well, okay. You're true. True.
To the 77 to Doug Neal. Neal's running in 5th position. Good showing so far for Neal. He does have Medina behind him by half a second. But, yeah, Neal's down 2 spots from his qualifying effort, but has really shown some motivation here today.
All right, well, we'll look and see where else. Wow. Looks like Justin in that 30 has pulled out to a 2.5 lead now. So it looks like Nate used up his tires there, Lee, from the looks of it. Because his lap times, oh no, his last lap time was the same. I'm not sure where he's losing ground at with 22 to go. These guys, they're going to have to make one more pit stop.
So we got Smorl and Bullock.
I said that's not what you wanted to see. Well, unfortunately, Clark had to make that pit stop, so that kind of throws that out. But it looks like Robert Smith and the 8 of Ryan was involved in this caution here.
Yeah, we'll take a look back at the Freaky Fast Carnage replay, and yeah, it looks like Smith might have just drifted up. We're going to check it out here. Twynham was on the high side, and Smith just kind of came on up, and then they touch. Both of them spin.
Yeah, wow, look at this. Unfortunately for that 8 again involved. Man, past 2 weeks has not been his weeks, has it, Lee?
It sure has not. So a 2-car incident here, as we are now with 21 laps to go. We were talking about people needing to pit. Let's see how many come down pit road this time.
Oh, yeah, pit road's open. Everybody's going to be ducking in.
And we got some that cars not on the lead lap. Of course, they've got to wait till the next time around to go pit. So we'll see a two-part pit party.
Oh, I never heard a two-part pit party.
Two-part, two times, two plies, like toilet paper.
3 plies better. Anyways.
Yeah, well, last year about this time, you sandpaper if that's what you could find.
Yeah, you could sell a roll of toilet paper for $100.
So we wait for everyone to come off. Hopley did not pit. He pitted on lap 74. And he stays out. So Hopley will be in the lead at the moment.
All right, 20 to go. This is now get ready, because this is gonna get very, very interesting. Lee's gonna get all excited now because everybody's bottled up. New tires, fuel. Tires is not going to be the issue here anymore, you know, so... Well, fuel's not going to be the issue. It's going to be people who's going to burn off their tires with the last 20 laps to go. But this is interesting. The 99 has not pitted.
Yeah, Hopley pitted on 74, so he might be trying to push it all the way.
He's going to get
eaten up. Stay out.
Yeah, he's going to get eaten up, though, Lee. Fresh tires versus old tires, we've seen it. You know, you're going to be about a second to second and a half faster on new tires compared to old tires. So that 99, I'm not exactly sure what the game plan is. Maybe he's trying to pull out, you know, a top 10. You know, sometimes, you know, out there, you know that you don't have a car to win. I mean, everybody wants to win, but sometimes you got to play the cards right and say, okay, I got a top 8, I got a top 9, you know, vehicle. And, you know, you play the strategy and you say, okay, I got to put myself where I know I need to be. I know I can't beat these guys today, but I do got, you know, a top 10. So maybe that's the game he's playing, you know.
You know, to be inside the mind of a race car driver would be a scary thing.
Oh.
Hopley up 25 spots from his start, though.
That's what I mean.
Move.
He's playing some kind of strategy game here because, again, he's going to get eaten up. In 19 laps, 18 laps when we go back green, he is just going to do... hopefully he doesn't have wheel spin. Hopefully he's letting everybody know out there, too, on old tires, cold tires, and then trying to, you know, start off in second gear. He might be better off starting in third gear. But that's going to make Nate have to really pay attention so he doesn't run him over unless he decides to take the high line. And then Ginn's going to have to figure out, okay, you know, I don't want to call him a roadblock, but old tires versus new tires is huge. And it looks like he's going to take the low line.
So your top 10 will be Hopley, Gann, Maurer, Smorl, and Bullock in your top 5. Then Neal, Medina, Olson, Scully, and Nick Mills up into 10th position. 11th will be Travis White, the last car on the lead lap.
All right, if you're watching over there on Facebook, don't forget to hit that little emoji love thing for Lee. You know, Lee likes to feel some love. Let's see the reactions. I haven't seen no react. Oh, there's one. Oh, we got a thumbs up.
You know,
it's not a love, though.
I just need to feel validated in life, and my only way is through chat during these races. So when you don't send messages, when you don't react, you know, it just makes me feel bad. And you don't want me to feel bad, right? You want me to feel good about myself and about life in general. And all it takes is for you to push a button. That's all it really takes. No real effort from you. Doesn't cost a thing. But it sure does help me out. Sure does help out the broadcast and helps out Bonfire Racing League. So make sure to react to this video. Big thumbs up. Give us a care emoji if you would like as the pace car comes off. And we get settled to be 17 laps to go when we cross the line. Hopley will bring them down. We're looking to make sure there's no wheel spin or anything. And look at Gann with just a monster jump on the outside. Maurer just trying to push Hopley along.
Yep.
So you come through 1 and 2. Gann, Smorl, and Neal's now going to take the top 3 spots, and Hopley kind of holding Maurer up there. Olsen now going to pass him on the high side. Trying to go down to the inside was Maurer. He looked to the inside of Hopley. Hopley now comes up, gets close to Brooks, got some smoke going on.
Oh, whoa.
Short tap there, Maurer.
Wow. You see that 99 almost wiped it out. Oh, look at it, old tires.
Yeah, Medina has to bring it down. As we race it through, we have 16 laps to go. Justin Gann in the number 30 will be your leader. Smore will be right behind him. Third will be Neal. Then Olsen and Bullock will be racing 4 and 5 as we bring it across the start-finish line. 15 laps to go. The top 6 have pulled out a big lead now. Scully and Medina behind them 7-8. Hopley and Mills 9 and 10. Down the backstretch, Smorl looking to put together a run here with 15 to go on Justin Gann. The front 2 have pulled out a half-second gap between third place Doug Neal. Neal's run a heck of a race here today. We bring it across the line with 14 to go.
Wow. The top 8 just ran the fastest laps of their race right now. These guys are just putting it down. The 35 put down the fastest lap of the race of a 29.76. Holy mackerel. He's down to 29.7s.
Yeah, they are definitely, they see the shootout happening. Through the line, 13 to go. Gann will continue to lead over Smorl. Doug Neal trying to close that gap. Now got it down to 0.3 of a second between himself and second place Smorl. In fourth will be Olsen. Fifth will be Bullock. And in sixth will be Maurer. And that is your front group. Everybody else then starts to spread out back behind them. Through 3 and 4. Maurer coming up to the back of Bullock. Maybe looking to shoot that inside. No, going to settle it in. 12 to go. No time to rush. Plenty of opportunity here. But look at Olsen. He is running that high line, and you can see that Bullock and Maurer getting some runs here. Maurer now looking out to the inside of Bullock down the backstretch.
Yeah, Nate says it's time to go, and unfortunately, he got hung up behind that 99 and lost a lot of ground. And now he's just pushing that car, and them tires are not going to like him after probably another 7 laps here. He's going to be struggling. Don't know if he's going to be able to do it. He has the second fastest lap of the race, though, of a 30.38. So, wait, no, his fastest lap, I do apologize. I looked at the wrong data. His fastest lap was a 29.7 to 30. Jared's 29.76.
Touches Bullock. Bullock scrapes the outside wall, almost gets ran over by Scully.
Wow.
Medina goes whoop right on by. So Medina will now move up to 7th position. Bullock with an incident there at the end of lap number 110. And I will fall back to 8th position.
Well, looks like that 30 is... Oh,
blinking.
We got a blinker.
And that is the 5 of Smorl.
Yeah, we don't want no blinky blinks. And I got to give Smorls some credit. You know, he was up in the front here, Lee. He put it on the pole. And then, unfortunately, he fell back here part of that race. And was just back here riding around, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th position. And now he has rebounded back up to 2nd position. Not sure if he's going to have anything for Gann, but we'll have to see.
Bringing it out of 4. Gann will continue to lead now with a half-second lead over Christopher Smorl. Doug Neal will be in 3rd. Jared Olsen 4th. Nate Maurer up to 5th position. The field has kind of spread out here, especially these front guys. With 8 laps to go at Charlotte with the Bonfire Racing League. Thank you once again for joining us on this Sunday morning as we bring it across the line. It will be 7 laps to go.
I believe this is going to be his first win. Yeah, it's going to be the first win for him this season too. So that's going to be good, for him. As look at the schedule, where do we go next?
No idea.
Well, you should know this stuff, Lee.
I just show up, man.
We actually head to Michigan. On May 2nd, we have Michigan 90 laps, and then we are off for Mother's Day, May 9th weekend, Mother's Day. Make sure you enjoy that and give your mom some loves and kisses, or social distancing if you need to. And then on May 16th, we go to Homestead, but I do believe we miss Homestead due to I'll be on vacation that week.
Will be 5 laps to go across the line. Justin Gann with a 0.6 of a second lead over Christopher Smorl. Third place Doug Neal is 1.7 seconds behind. And Neal is having to contend with the 35 of Olsen, who is all over the backside of him. Olsen looking to break into the podium here with 5 to go. Coming around, Brandon Meyer is going to hang it high.
Oh, wow, what a run out for 4 there for Neal. He shot out like a cannon.
Yeah, he had enough room that he could go ahead and slide it on up in front of Meyer, where I don't think that the 35 of Olsen did. Now, Mauer's going to come to the backside of Olsen. That's a race for 4th. Mauer's still looking to gain some spots here. 4 to go. Mauer looking to the inside of Olsen, coming out of 4th. Looking to get that nose in. He is going to have a half a length lead now, Olsen will, but Mauer has got to the inside. Can he complete the pass? He does. Man, nice move there. Going into 1, Mauer moves up to 4th. Will drop Olsen back to 5th, but Olsen with that outside momentum coming right to the backside of Mauer. You also got the 63 of Scully now catching up with him, along with the 9 of Funky Cold David Medina. Scully gets it a little loose coming out of 4. It's going to give Medina the opportunity to start sniffing to the inside of him. Medina to the inside of Scully going into 1. 2 to go. Medina cannot keep the momentum on that low line. Scully will pull back in front. That's going to be for 6th position. Medina falls back to 7th. Olsen will be in 5th. Mauer in 4th. 1, 2, 3 began Smorl and Doug Neal once again. Doug Neal in that number 77 has a nice little gap between himself and Mauer. We are now white flag, 1 lap to go. Justin Gann in the lead. Smorl in 2nd. Neal in 3rd. The race between Medina and Scully. Medina down to the inside of Scully. Will overtake that position. Medina moves up to 6th. Scully with a run on the high side. Scully looking to overtake Medina once again, coming down the backstretch. Battle for 6th position. Scully in 6th, Medina in 7th. In front of them is going to be Olsen and Mauer. We come out of 3 and 4. Scully with the run on the high side. Gann will be the winner. Smorl in 2nd, Neal in 3rd, Mauer 4th, Olsen 5th. Scully will finish in 6th, Medina 7th, Bullock 8th, Hopley 9th, and Nick Mills will round out your top 10.
Wow, what a race. Long green flag racing, man, awesome racing. Just for a broadcasting standpoint, a lot of different action. Cars were equal, and unfortunately we had that last yellow come out, but right now, I mean, the talk of the race, I do believe here, Lee, is going to be, give me 1 second so I can get everybody's nice camera view here. As he's going to burn it down. The talk of I think the race is going to be with Matthew Clark. What actually happened to him? He was dominant. He had this race locked up, I do believe. We did get that yellow, so that would have been an interesting race to see what Clark could have done against the rest of the field once everybody caught up and got fresh tires and everything.
So we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will have Justin Gann, Christopher Smorl, and Doug Neal join us here in the booth. for post-race interviews on Freaky Fast Broadcasting and the Bonfire Racing League race here at Charlotte. We'll be back in just one moment. And back here on the Bonfire Racing League on Freaky Fast Broadcasting, we got our top three finishers we're going to bring up to the booth. First, we'll bring up our third place finisher, Mr. Doug Neal, that number 77. Doug, it's Lee in the booth. You got a copy, sir.
Hey, buddy.
Man, outstanding run today. Qualified third, finished third. Seen some strong laps from you today. What was the strategy going in, and how did this race play out according to that?
In practice, I couldn't decide if I was going to run 14 or 16 to 1, and I finally went with 16 to 1 just to try to save a little bit more tire. And that one long that I pit early for fuel and came back out, and I mean I had like 60 laps on tires, and I kind of fell back there for a little bit, and I don't know, just saving tires was the key. And that last caution, that kind of helped out a lot. And then I think Nate, he got hung up behind somebody who'd stayed out on like 35 lap old tires or something on that last restart. Kind of got held up, and that's how I got by him on the outside. Tried to keep up with Justin and Chris, and I couldn't do it. They were just too strong.
Yeah, very strong runs from them today, but also very strong run from you in that restart. Yeah, we had the 99 who did not pit, trying to get something going there, kind of hung Maurer up a little bit on that. So looking in your rear view there and watching Olsen and Scully and Medina there on those last few laps, anything that ever came to mind on that? Or were they far enough back that you was focusing just in front?
I think it was Olsen who was right behind me there, and he was like 0.2 behind me there for a long time. And I told Nate, I was talking to Nate on the radio, I said, I'll never hold him off for another 4 laps. And finally, I think Nate got by him then, and I think they kind of held each other up, and it gave me a little bit of separation. So yeah, I was kind of worried there for a little bit. I was thinking I was going to get pushed back to 4th or 5th.
Awesome, sir. Well, congratulations on the podium finish. Before we let you go, anyone you'd like to say hello to or give a shout out to before you go?
Yeah, my teammates Nate Maurer and Travis White, good teammates to have, and my company Simbox and my sole sponsor, Button Boxes. If anybody's looking for a butt box, just hit me up on Facebook. It's facebook.com/Simboxpc. Just give me a message, and if you need a button box, I'll be able to help you out.
Awesome, Doug. Well, congratulations once again, podium finish. We look forward to seeing you next week at Michigan.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
All right, thank you. That's the 77 of Doug Neal. Now we'll bring up our second place finisher, Mr. Chris Smorland, that number 5. Chris, it's Lee in the booth. You got a copy, sir?
Good copy. How are you guys doing today?
You know, it's another wonderful Sunday morning, sir. You had a strong card all day long. Tell me about today's race. A little bit different than usual. Not a lot of cautions. A lot of picking and choosing where the passes are going to happen, how you run, and what the strategy was going into the race.
Well, I was really shocked that I came out with a qualifying position. I did, to be honest with you. I know there's some really fast guys, but I usually don't start quite that high. So I knew going into it that I was probably going to try to lead a lap or two and then just kind of hang back, because there's nothing worse than trying to run long runs at this track on worn tires, in my opinion. And it's just very frustrating if you burn up your stuff too early. So I was a little nervous about that, but then I smacked the wall early and ended up having to work my way back up. But yeah, I'm glad we got some good long runs in there, green flag pit stops. I was feeling pretty strong on the longer runs until, I don't remember exactly how many laps, but there was a maybe like 40 in, there's just a sharp drop off, and you're like, oh man, just begging for a caution or the fuel to get to a point where it made sense to go make the pit stop. But yeah, it was a good fun run. Another week staring at Justin Gann's bumper, which I'm getting used to now. But one of these weeks we'll figure out the secret sauce and get around him.
Yeah, after that last restart, you had Gann there in your sights, but it just didn't seem like you had quite enough oomph. Is it maybe because of the damage, or was Gann just that strong?
I mean, he's just that strong. I'd love to blame it on the damage, but yeah, we got, first of all, we're just really lucky with the way that where I lined up with the leader there on old tires, and we both got to the outside and were able to make it go. And it was what we were just talking about this, it was an odd kind of number of laps where I knew we needed to go fast, but you also kind of need to save because that you will see the fall off with 20 laps or so. So he just calculated a little bit better. He did that nice middle ground run better than I did, and I had nothing for him at the end.
Another great race for you here at the Bonfire Racing League. Before we let you go, anybody you'd like to give a shout out to or say hello to that might be watching?
Absolutely. My family has been watching and really enjoying the broadcast there, guys, by the way. So another shout out to you guys just for doing what you do. We really appreciate it for sure. And then just to the Bonfire Racing League, the drivers, the admins, this is just a great way to spend Sunday mornings always. And looking forward to next week as well.
Awesome, sir. Well, we will see you next week at Michigan, and enjoy that second place finish.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys then.
And that's Chris Smorrell, your second place finisher. Now we're going to bring up the race winner, Mr. Justin Gann. Justin, it's Lee in the booth. You got a copy, sir?
Oh, yeah, I got you.
So, awesome race today. You have managed to put together basically almost a flawless victory. And the reason why I say almost is we don't know exactly what happened to Matthew Clark, who looked dominant there in that middle part of the race and then came into the pits for an extended period of time. Do you know what happened with that?
Yeah, he got an unsafe pit exit, so that kind of messed his race up for him. So
yeah, that's one of the things we were kind of guessing, was that it might have been a black flag on the pit, which worked out to your advantage, putting you back up towards the front. And then on that restart, being able to stay away from the 99 who did not pit, restarted on tires. Maurer got caught up and had to slow down with that. Tell me about you and Smorrell using that to your advantage.
Oh yeah, coming to that restart, me and Chris, we're in the same Discord, so we were talking a little bit of strategy and hoping that the 99 be able to keep Nathan behind them. But once that happened, we knew we pretty much had first and second lockdown as long as no cautions came out. So it worked out really well for us there at the restart.
So victory here for you at Charlotte. Next week we go to Michigan. What do we got to look forward to there?
I tell you what, Michigan's one of my favorite tracks, and I typically do pretty well there. So be on the lookout for the 30 to be in the top spot there.
Awesome, sir. Well, before we let you go, anyone that might be watching you want to give a shout out to?
Oh yeah, I got to thank sponsor Ayers iRacing Paints for sponsoring the Ford Mustang here tonight. I got to thank all the guys in the Discord, thank my wife, and thank you guys for putting on the broadcast for us.
Awesome, sir. Well, congratulations on the victory here at Charlotte. We'll see you next week at Michigan, and go enjoy that first place finish.
All right, appreciate it.
And that's Justin Gann in the number 30, your race winner here this morning, as we get set to bring the final results for the Bonfire Racing League race number 5 of season 4 here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Taking the win, as we talked about, the number 30 of Justin Gann. In second position, almost a second behind Chris Smorrell. Then in third, Doug Neal. Fourth will be Nate Maurer. Fifth, Jared Olson. Finishing in sixth will be Marshall Scully. Seventh, David Funky Cole Medina. And eighth, Deputy Director Kevin Bullock. And ninth, John Hopley. And 10th will be Nick Mills. 11th, Travis White. 12th, Caleb King. 13th, Gary Wright. 14th, Ryan Twynham. And 15th, Evan Bushbasher. In 16th, Brandon Meyer. 17th, Robert Riley. 18th, Brandon Shelton. Finishing in 19th will be Robert Smith. In 20th, Sean Derryman. 21st, Matthew Clark. 22nd, John Darcy, 23rd. Dennis Puckett, 24th. Sean Jensick after that early incident. 25th, Tommy Fox. And 26th will be Jeff Pfeiffer. And that will round out your finishing grid tonight. Robert, another great day for Bonfire Racing League and for Freaky Fast Broadcasting. We're going to pack stuff up. Don't have a Sunday night race yet. We still got a few more weeks before we start with that. Huge announcement coming about Sunday night here on Freaky Fast Broadcasting. But as always, sir, the end of the show is yours.
That is correct. Yep, the announcement coming in the next couple weeks here for Sunday night. We're excited. I know the league's excited, so make sure you subscribe over on Facebook and like us for the news feeds that we shoot out. Basically, almost try to do it every week to keep everybody updated of what's going on here at Freaky Fast Broadcasting. If you're on the YouTube side, don't forget to hit that like of this video, and you can also subscribe. But like Lee said, we're going to pack it up here this morning and get ready to have lunch. Hopefully, everybody has a great Sunday night. Make sure you catch us tomorrow night with Below Racing. We have 8:20 we go live with an Xfinity series with Sam Dyer going to be calling the race with Brandon Cawley at 8:20 here at Freaky Fast Broadcasting. But until then, again, have a great Sunday night, and we want to say God bless everybody. We love you all. Peace out.
Simple, dear. I'll still be here when you're gone. You gather souvenirs, but I will never be your pawn. Your pawn. Your pawn. My love. Lay with I love